if you invest enough time in the appetizer, you won't need to spend as much time on the main dish. Because with some men, some problem they have is they're not able to last long enough because maybe they get too excited and they orgasm, or they have premature ejaculation. Now, men, is your turn. Women had a lot of complaints. One of the major complaints why women tend to always reject you in the other room, based on feedback I've received from couples I've worked with, is one, a lot of men are not doing the things to put their partner in the mood in the first place. Two, a lot of men are not doing the necessary things to ensure that their partner is satisfied in the other room, even when they successfully got them in the mood. Three, women are tired because you don't help out in their house. Especially women that live abroad, you don't help out with house chores, you don't help out with the kids. Remember, both of you go to work, so everybody comes home. She comes home after a long day at work and she still has to wash plate, she still has to take care of the kids, and after cooking meals and all that with no help, and after that you still expect her to be Beyonce in the bedroom. Then for some women, they've lost interest because their husband is cheating. So I'm going to be addressing each of them one by one. The first one about not being interested because their partners don't know how to get them in the mood. Men, women are not like you. For most men, they get turned on easily. You guys are almost like light switch. You turn it on, you turn it off. But for women, it's not the same. When it comes to intercourse, just because you feel like it does not mean it happens just like this. If you are a good chef, you know that when you want to make grilled food, for example, if you want to make grilled chicken, you have to put the spices and then rub it very well and leave it for some time to marinate. By the time you put that chicken in the oven, when you bring it out, it will be delicious, as opposed to chicken that you just did anyhow and then throw it in the oven. You yourself, when it comes out, you won't like it. So that's how women are. If you want to get the best out of your wife, if you want her to give you the best performance in the other room, and in fact always initiates like you guys are asking, then you need to do the right things to put her in the mood. Some women will even say that starts from even long before the bedroom. How you treat her during the day, how nice you are to her, making sure that everything is fine. So one, do everything within your control to make sure that your spouse is not tired before bedroom activities. So if it means helping around in the house, helping around with kids, if you live in a place, for example in Nigeria, where you have help, great, or where you can get help, you can hire people or get family to help you, great. If you must do that, you need to do that, because you're not just doing it for her, you're doing it for you. The less tired she is, the more time she's going to have for you. Then when you finally get to the other room, you don't just go straight to the main dish. There's something called an appetizer, and this is where foreplay comes in. Women usually need an appetizer before the main dish. So this is also where communication comes in, because you need to know what your partner likes, what gets them in the mood, which parts of her body you need to touch or pay special attention to get her in the mood. And you also need to know how much time is required to get her there. Let me tell you something. The more time you spend on foreplay, the more time you spend on getting your partner in the mood, the less time you will have to spend in the main dish, that is after penetration. So you want to make sure that you are investing enough time in the appetizer. I'm going to be doing a separate video where I'm going to be talking about how to communicate in the bedroom, how to communicate what you like to your partner, how your partner can communicate what they like to you, or how to use cues to know what your partner likes, even without your partner communicating verbally. So I don't want to spend much time talking about that in this video. Just know it's important that an appetizer comes before the main dish, and you're serving the kind of appetizer that your wife likes. Now, secondly, after you have successfully served this appetizer, you don't want to serve the main dish and now serve it halfway, where you already whetted the appetite with the appetizer, you serve the main dish, but then you do not now serve the full main dish, you just serve small. No, this is the part where women say their partners don't fully satisfy them. So you start but you don't finish. You start the penetration and the party finishes before it even starts. So basically, you go home happy, but your partner is not even halfway there. This is why a lot of women are uninterested. Before you can even go to the main dish, rule number 1, your partner must never be dry down there. If your partner is drying down there, then it means you have not done the work that you are supposed to do to get her in the mood for bedroom activities. So if you attempt penetration and your partner is dry or she feels dry, then abort mission and spend more time on the appetizers before reattempting it. That is number 1. Like I said, if you invest enough time in the appetizer, you won't need to spend as much time on the main dish. Because with some men, some problem they have is they're not able to last long enough because maybe they get too excited and they orgasm, or they have premature ejaculation. I have a couple of videos where I talked about how to last longer in bed for men. I'm going to link that in the description box below. Watch those videos and see some things you can do to help you last longer in bed, so you ensure that your partner is fully satisfied before you finally orgasm. Now, for some men, this is going to take a lot of practice and discipline, but trust me, if you invest enough time into mastering the art of lasting long in bed, then both you and your partner will be satisfied in the long run. One thing you should know is that satisfying your partner in bed is not just about the length of time you are spending serving the main dish, but it's also about how you are serving it. So quality sometimes matters more than quantity. And how do you improve the quality of the main dish that you are serving as a man? It is by understanding your partner's body, understanding what they like, understanding what turns them on, and understanding the right way to satisfy them. This can come from 1, communication, talking to your partner about it. 2, cues, observing how your partner reacts to things you are doing. Or 3, when you're having regular intercourse with the same person, then you get to understand them better because it just flows. That's why in marriage it's not about sexual compatibility, but it's more about sexual commitment, where you are committing to just that one person, understanding what they like, understanding what turns them on. Basically, you have committed your whole life to satisfying that person. So you have committed your whole life to studying that person and everything about that person to make their life better. It's easier for you to become a pro in satisfying one person than to be a pro in satisfying multiple people, because in that case you just be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And that is the beauty of marriage, being committed to enjoying intercourse that was created by God with just that one person. So like I said, if you are serving the right quality of the main dish, then you won't need to serve your main dish for too long, and that also makes it easier for you. So in a nutshell, men, if you want your wives to stop rejecting you every time you initiate activities in the other room, 1, help her around the house to ensure that she's always well rested and relaxed before initiating any bedroom activities. If you can't help her around in the house, then hire help or get some of your family members to help her out. 2, learn how to get your partner in the mood. Learn what she likes and how to do it. Learn where she likes to be touched, and invest quality time in doing those things before serving the main dish. And I said you can learn this by asking her directly or observing cues. 3, when you have successfully completed step 1 and 2, step 3 will be ensure that she's totally satisfied before you finish serving your main dish. And of course, if you invested enough time in step 2, which is the foreplay aspect, then you wouldn't have to spend so much time serving the main dish. And remember, serving the main dish is not only about time, like I said, quality over quantity. Do the right things, serve the main dish the right way, and your partner will be satisfied, so you won't have to spend as much time serving the main dish. Because you spending forever serving the main dish does not mean that your partner is enjoying it. Sometimes when you even spend too long serving the main dish, it can actually get tiring for some women. And lastly, there was this small subset of women that said the reason why they're not interested is because their partner cheats or their partner is cheating. If you fall into that category, you need to stop because it's not helping. But most importantly, you and your partner need to seek therapy to see how you can move past this. So men, the assignment for this week is to practice step 1 to 3 that I've listed. Remember, quality over quantity.